Djokovic.
There you go.
All the way, and he misses on the jam. Wow. Boswell. Give it up. Flying Ibisic. Wow.
Take me to the Balkans, please. There, and then in transition, reward the big man flying like an eagle. I had to.
That is Air Croatia.
Oh, man.
It's Stojakovic. Shot clock is down to 2. He'll plunge into the paint with a spinning shot.
Oh, man. That was a tough shot.
Here's their largest deficit of the tournament so far. The Illini on a 7.
One of the elite shot blockers in the country in there. Offensive rebound, dribble drive. He's there for the contest.
Mirkovic. Oh! Ibisic.
13-1 in the first round as a 4 seed or better.
Oh, wow! Mirkovic is at another level.
Total clear out. He didn't even use the screen.
Different guy than that photo. He looks different and he plays different. Wow.
Stojakovic is in.
Well, now they well, it's 4-5. They switch it.
Stojakovic will take it in.
It just amazes me. Stojakovic, one of the best slasher drivers.
Well, it's so amazing, like you said. You see his dad, he's an absolute flamethrower. You see Andre Stojakovic.
Down low, Mirkovic. And Sturts is there. The clock is at 6. It's outside and Ibisic. Inside. Mirkovic to tie.
He's had a tough start offensively. 1 for 6 in the first half. Did have 7 rebounds, 3 of them on the...
Levine. He got cut off there and knocked away. Boswell takes it in for the bucket of the foul.
Like in transition here, he lost the ball. Indecisive which side of the basket he was going to go to.
The lead is 10. Boswell couldn't finish it.
Nice
Ibisic. Kick out.
Mirkovic bangs in a triple. It's Boswell, the senior. Draws the double. Wagler, he'll put up a 3.
And what a find from Kylan Boswell. 2 on the ball. It's the skip pass across the floor.
Their biggest has been 18. Stojakovic picks up number 3. Great stroke outside. Wagler's got it. On top the defensive Combs. Wagler 3.
Maybe chip away a little bit here at this lead.
That's 13 now for Michael Zanoni. The back end by Ibisic.
Let that hook.
It's good and 1.
Right here, just using the strength, backing down. The double team late, splitting it.
Comes in averaging 7 points per game. Double team, they handle it. Mirkovic, lob it up, slam it down. It's Ibisic with the rim rocker. Connected Cam.
How about this little lob? How's it feel up there?
Shot clock is down to 8. Stojakovic with the ball. He'll work inside on Sharp.
Oh! Wow! He loves to get to that left hand. Kicks it out for 3, and man, is this guy strong.
You said it. He loves that left-hand drive, but
Averaging almost 17 and 11 in the tournament.
Wagler. Single digits with the spin. The back pedal lets it fly.
Lob it in. Mirkovic also brings a 7-foot wingspan to the party. That's a spin and bucket.
What a great set. This guy likes to jack him up and get to the rim as well.
Feed it out. Tracy.
Oh, he gets the big old block. Ibisic.
A battle for it.
Get back and protect. How about this, Grant?
And look at this block. Ibisic there. 2 hands at 7-1. I love that.
Tomislav Ibisic takes it in. Works on Sinek. Oh, what a pass. Got it inside. Mirkovic will convert.
He threaded that right up underneath the armpit there. This pass, I mean, look at the way he just threads that under the armpit of Sinek, and Mirkovic takes his time and scores it over the top of Tugler.
Against this Illinois defense, you're going to have to make threes.
Wagler will spin and lean and scoop and score. Beautiful shot.
Concentration.
Wow.
And going 1-2 out of the spin there.
The acceleration by Thrower, he loses the ball. There were 3 Illinois players there to greet him. Wagler gives it up. Mirkovic lines it up. Shooting practice.
How about the patience, though?
Boswell one-on-one with Hill. Boswell makes his move. A fend off. The dish inside. And the layup goes for Mirkovic.
And Stojakovic. Shot clock at 6. Spins, corkscrews, fires, and hits. And then Stojakovic giving you a move with every part and puts it down. Our third meeting in the Big Ten schools in this Elite 8. And they go inside Stojakovic.
Wow. Stojakovic is something going to the basket.
Ivisic of Illinois.
Wow, here is Stojakovic. You said he loves that spin.
He shot that like his daddy.
And Cam Thrower just ran into his own man, Scantleberry. And give it up. A flying Ivisic.
Free throw opportunity for Penn, but in transition, Mirkovic, what a pass, what a finish. Z, the flying.
He said, we've seen this type of game in the Big Ten. You got to keep with those body blows. And then he said they need to go stronger to the hoop. And he wants
Stojakovic just hurt you, Tracy.
Here comes Wagler. He'll take it down the lane. He'll go to Mirkovic with a nice feed and give him the 2.
Defensive rebound and take it, and then you've got a Ivisic flipping the ball screen. Sanak doesn't react to it.
That Allen Iverson got upset every time he took him out of the game, and Larry told him, you can't play 48 minutes, and he said, why not?
What a block inside by Zvonimir Ivisic.
Ivisic, whenever he is around, if he's in the vicinity, he's a threat to block the shot. And Coach, you talked about the numbers, but that's a heck of a play.
The 2-3 zone.
Shot clock is down to 5. Wagler, step back 3. That is money.
How impressive is that? They got some players amongst them. This guy, a little nylon from deep. Wagler for the money.
And this Illinois team embodies that.
You know, for years, Ken Bahunier, you know, from the NBA, sent a lot of guys to different colleges, not necessarily the pros as well.
Get it ahead, Wagler.
Wagler again, 3 of 10. Around the horn and underneath, and Mirkovic is fouled on the play by Sanak.
You better than this. That ball movement is incredible. Sanak doesn't have.
Fulgaris is in, throws it away. Stojakovic with it, swerving down court to the hole. Foul, count it.
To the basket, so strong. Really loves to go to his left hand. But there gets to his right.
Fran McCaffrey not happy. Those long rebounds you have to get.
He's physical. Stojakovic, the spin to the rim, and a chance at a 3-point play.
That rebound at the other end, some power at the rim. They all get there with some power. And it's a stitch.
Mirkovic, 2-man game with Boswell. Boswell will fire. From the logo.
Wow. They make shots.
It's Fulgaris down low. Muscling his way, bulldozing, trying to climb inside. Nice defense by the Illini. Here they come.
16 rebounds and a hug from associate head coach Orlando Antigua. Coming the other way, fighting Illini.
Hold on.
Humrick House.
They can really fill it up, this kid. Anthony's Jersey City.
Yes.
Also, yeah.
You think, is he going to get to his spot? And Ivisic does with a major throwdown. Illinois, Stojakovic has 19, Wagler 14, Tomislav Ivisic 14, Boswell 12. Illinois up by 20.
And Sturts curling, feeding, inside, Banks, a lot of congestion. It's a tie-up. It will be Iowa's ball.
Side defense.
It sure was.
Mirkovic coming over.
I tell you what, Mirkovic has done a lot of good things in this game.
Levine penetrates, couldn't finish it. And the ball controlled. Wagler ahead. Touchdown to Boswell.
Well, that's one of the...
Evans got his hand on it. Now it's Hill advancing. Ahead to Djokovic. Through the hands of Bell. And taken away by Humrick House. Humrick House give it soaring through the air.
Zone has thrown him totally off.
Relentless attack by the Fighting Illini. They've outscored VCU 21-9 in the second half.
It's been in the hands of these two freshmen for Illinois all the time. Wagler and Mirkovic.
Stojakovic across the lane.
Wow, Pagey didn't do a lot of this. That is a strong fit. I mean, this guy just finishes through contact time after time after time.
Well, if they're going to knock down some open shots, that getting points at the rim's not going to happen with ease against this size.
A spin. Evans has it erased by Ivasic.
Draws a crowd wherever he goes. Banks will penetrate. Bump, grind, no. Rebound inside. Humrick House.
And VCU is 0-4 from downtown. Mirkovic, ball fake, he sold it. Mirkovic, the pass, and laid in. Ivasic with an acrobatic play. Fighting Illini.
Great skill, great feel. Mirkovic with the beautiful pass.
Well, there's the big advantage for them. They are plus 21 from behind the arc.
Wagler ramming his way, feeding on the play. Mirkovic will finish it off.
Loves to pick and pop. Now they switch it.
Stojakovic. He left it out there, gets it back.
Look at the poking.
Stojakovic breaks free for the deuce.
That's his game.
I mean, he likes to get to that right hand there. And you said Terrence Hill, a late reach. Stojakovic is going up there to the rim there. And
He loves that drop.
Mirkovic, hard drive. Yes. Boswell, bingo, a three.
And he had options too. He had Stojakovic on top.
Jordan Dumont also in the game for VCU. Humrick House, count it.
Great open shooter. And what a find.
He's averaged 11 a game. He shot it well. Not the case tonight.
They go inside Ivasic, and he'll get it to drop.
What a pass by Mirkovic.
Lasered it in.
Ivasic. He's not even posted him up.
giving up a foot.
He's giving up a foot and then some. Wagler got a three and another one for Illinois from the outside.
Mirkovic the rebound.
JoJo Tug, there are bodies everywhere.
Woo.
Carnage.
Mirkovic cutting Davis.
Get it in for Wagler. Averages just under 18 points per game.
Nice find.
Boswell put it on the board. A three.
Still a long time to go, but they're going to have to get it going at some point.
2-10, second half. Long shot, Mirkovic.
Boswell on a kick.
Look at this mismatch now.
Boswell
Really
getting
ball.
physical and gets inside for the deuce.
They do a great job under Brad.
Sharp again. Makes the move. Knocked away with Mirkovic swatting it.
Penn has lost 10 straight NCAA tournament games, making their first appearance in the Big Dance since 2018. Their last win, 1994. They beat Nebraska.
Look at this kid. Yeah,
Inside, Mirkovic.
It looks like a ball reversal. It's right back to Flemings, and he uses that speed to burn it.
Mirkovic outside. They swing it around. Wagler with a three.
They would come out of the timeouts and the freshmen get going. Iowa brought it back all the way to 4 and just couldn't quite get over the hump.
Wagler just picked up his first. There's a knock away by Boswell.
The versatility, Wagler nearly went the tip in. No, Mirkovic sticks with it.
big, strong kid. 6'9", powerful.
And a miss by Mirkovic and picked up offensively Stojakovic. To Davis. Fakes. Fires. Got it.
That's his shot, too. He loves the shot fake, step aside three.
Gotta know, Mannion does not want to shoot the ball.
Wagler, he'll take it in. And tapped up and in. And Thomas off Ivasic.
Eventually attended a game and was blown away at how he just made the right play over and over. That was sneaky. Kylan Boswell. Keaton, Wagler, dangerous off the dribble. That jump shot looked good. Tracy tried to spin, and it's Boswell who comes out of the pack with it.
4.5 to go in the first half. In the corner, Stojakovic three. Timeout taken, Houston. Boswell on top, shot clock single digits. Ivisic, 3.
Now you play with confidence and freedom for Fran McCaffrey.
Wagler swing.
Shooter.
Hummerkaus.
That's it.
Counting for 3. Barry Evans back in. Ball fake. Jennings. And he put it low. Taken away by Davis. Get it ahead. Stojakovic. It's blocked. Getting back.
I think that Ivisic needs to post more. You look at his 2-point percentage, and I know JoJo Tugler is a great defensive player, but Ivisic on post-ups.
Sturts on the move. And retaken. Mirkovic.
87-55. Illinois. Just over 5 minutes to go. Penn hung around in the first half, but the second half's been a different story. They are shooting lights out. Tomislav Ivisic.
Step it up and get by people, make threes.
Mirkovic the spin. The kick for the Davis 3.
Can't leave him alone.
Got the screen, makes the move. Ivisic in the way. Shot clock at 1. He's in. Oh, nice defense by Wagler. Shot clock violation. And Mirkovic down low. He'll go up against Combs.
Cam Combs has been awesome on defense here tonight.
But retaken by Boswell.
7-6, Illinois in front. Just about 5 minutes gone by in this first half.
Pinch on a little zone right now, a little matchup zone.
Wagler the hop step. And he gets the roll on the inside.
Open it up, guys. The knockdown threes.
Boswell, count it.
You can see that in the NBA.
It's punched out by Sinek. Offensive rebound picked up by Flemings. Makes a move outside. Uzan, 3, way off, deflected, and Boswell's got it. It's Wagler. He began well, cooled off as the half went on for the Illini. Underneath, Ivisic.
Well, he never misses in there, Robbie.
Another offensive rebound for the Fighting Illini. That's 12.
Yeah, Fran alluded to this, talking to Tracy. You just can't do it.
Pick and pop. Mirkovic, count it. A 3.
The fastest releases on his shot.
You realize, though, that's the second time tonight that you've had a scouting report on a dad that couldn't do something that his son does.
Boswell, shot clock at 7. Mirkovic driving hard. Ramrods his way in for 2.
On the drive.
I'll tell you what.
Mirkovic out top.
Mirkovic gets a guard. He's always going to try to back you down.
Ivisic.
He's done a great job, Coach, of relocating on the baseline.
Look at the size of this matchup here.
Mirkovic off the double. Ball movement, find the open man. Stojakovic sticks it.
Nice poke. Djokovic.
Good effort trying to get over there, and it's scooped up by Tracy.
Oh, not a pass.
Boswell steps in front, and now they have a break the other way with Mirkovic.
With Flemings, Sacco knocked away Stojakovic. Saved by Illinois. Wagler has it, and they'll take it the other way for the Illini.
Well, you notice even with the mismatch, Iowa doesn't come to double for Combs on Mirkovic because they're afraid of this. The three-point shots of Illinois.
And then Stojakovic down low.
To Hummerkaus.
Got to be on him on the catch. Hummerkaus. Good cross.
And that jumper is silky smooth.
He's special right there.
I think you feel he's a point guard first.
I think he is. I think so.
And he can do the other stuff.
Boswell lays it in.
Against Stojakovic. Tethered onto the Flemings dribble and off down low. McCarty lost it again. Turnover.
This is defense. But right there, stopped the drive and then held his ground inside.
Boswell stuck Stojakovic inside. Got it to go in. With Boswell keeping his cool.
Rap, they are relentless on the offensive glass. They rebound almost 40% of their misses.
This is what they like to do. ISO him at that elbow or in the middle.
Too easy.
Powerful.
Stojakovic gets the banker tournament to get into the NCAA tournament. It doesn't appear they were going to get an at-large bid. And string music for Ivisic.
But he certainly hasn't been scared.
No, you don't see a lot of guys that are super comfortable catching and shooting from 15 feet anymore because that shot's kind of been taken away. But that certainly is.
It's Sage. It's Sturts. Shot clock is at 6. He'll let it Nope, he was going to shoot. The defense there. The turnover by Iowa.
Mirkovic.
Again.
Kick it. Wagler. Bingo.
He got out of the screen quickly.
A little fast break lob. They're going to get one or two of those. We just got to be consistent. Keep throwing body blows to what we do.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And the jumper goes. Boswell up and off. And picked up Wagler. Ivisic, it's a three. Ring it up!
The Illini size starting to take over this game a little bit.
Ivisic gouging his way into the paint.
Bill McCollum's going to take a timeout.
Just past the midway point, second half. It's all Illinois right now. 70-49.
Look at this. He called that all the way.
Mirkovic
Just chased everybody out. I guess they're afraid of him. Everybody cleared out.
So it was out of bounds against VCU. Illinois already in front, 12-5. Stojakovic really comfortable going to the 10.
Tomasov, Ivisic, Wagler. Oh, what a fake. Three. Got it! Oh, boy, he needed that one.
Well, he was a starter until he got hurt, and then they brought him off the bench, and he hasn't let up at all in that role.
At 13 against Houston. Mirkovic inside. Got it.
Stojakovic one-on-one with Zanoni.
They keep their dribble alive more than most from a lot of different. This guy really likes the booty ball.
Switch it. Mirkovic powers in for two.
Number 44.
Hummerkaus is now in there. And so is Stojakovic. Wagler feeds it.
Ready.
And that's too easy for Mirkovic.
Ivisic well in on that three-point attempt.
Kylan Boswell takes it in hard. And put back up and in. Ivisic gets it to go. For Illinois, they're second Elite Eight in the last couple years, but a completely different roster. Here comes the freshman Wagler in the hesitation and the deuce.
Boy, how about the poise right there?
He's pretty good using the ball screen, too, and refusing once in a while.
Wagler, ball fake, gets in. Follow is good by Ivisic.
Well, you can't stop.
Wants to dance. Wagler crosses and scores. He's a smooth operator.
That's more like it, though, with him.
They swing it around in the corner. The three, no. By Mirkovic. Loose inside, vacuumed in. Wagler there. Got it. Wagler. And on top, Stojakovic. They'll drive into Cole.
Wow. I'll tell you what. He is strong on those finishes.
Wagler really screening a lot tonight. Look at his penetration.
Oh, that's a quick first step. And the soft touch. They take 31 threes per game as Boswell gets to the rim but doesn't get the roll. It's knocked up in the air, and it is laid in by Ivisic.
Ivisic. Tomaslav. Chipping, grinding, chiseling, shooting, rebounding, scoring.
Well, there we go again. Another one. 13 offensive rebound.
Got to keep this guy out of the lane. He's powerful.
Missed
Look
it
at this
on
rebound.
the banker. Boy, Mirkovic is doing serious work. Wagler misses on a three.
Again.
Another offensive board. Mirkovic cannot be stopped.
They're going to ride Stojakovic here.
Why not? That lane.
Stojakovic again. Yes.
How about that kiss?
Off the window.
Wagler gashing the defense. Inside Stojakovic.
Boy, what a look.
Great play by Keaton, Wagler, and
Empty side left.
And that bounced off the foot of Power. Boswell, the hustle, looking for the angle. Kick it. Ivisic, air ball, but caught underneath by Mirkovic. He has been dominant. Excellent matchup tomorrow. Stojakovic.
Tell you what.
He's feeling it.
I was going to say, I like that they put Barry Evans on him, a little bit bigger, taller, but
Wagler trying to make a move. Sturts right there. Propels himself into the paint.
Boy, how impressive was that?
This is a really dangerous Illinois team with their size and their shooting ability.
The two bigs can do damage inside and out.
Ivisic gets the bucket.
Ever since Shaka shocked everybody, they've had great coaches, great kids, great years.
Stojakovic lays it home.
he just finds a way to get to that rim.
You can't stop him. He was there an hour before, as we found out, and an hour after, then played the Hawks.
Yep.
And he was not himself. And I said to Chuck, look, it's none of my business.
Wagler on a kick for Mirkovic. Check off down to 6. Wagler, step back 3. It's good.